So, a new update has just dropped recently, and in simplest terms, it's basically just given a massive buff to Temari. Nothing else happened in this update except giving Temari its ultimate and buffing the rest of the kit by an insane amount. The funny thing about these new buffs though, is that they took Temari from being one of the worst abilities in the game, only being a bit better than String and Akaza by a small margin, to being quite literally meta above everything else. If you're a Temari user, you are going to be very happy about this update. If not though, well, I'll be making a video on Temari soon that includes counterplay, so keep an eye out for that. Anyways, let's get into the video and talk about these buffs to Temari. Alright, so the first and most notable thing that was added to Temari is the ultimate ability, Temari Combo. Temari Combo is a pretty simple ultimate. It makes a user throw a barrage of Temaris at their target, doing really good damage overall. It can't combo extend into M1s because it knocks back, but you can easily use it as a combo finisher. It does have Hyper Armor too, so you won't have to worry about someone cancelling it with a move or something else, though you might still be vulnerable to a 6-fold while the ultimate is active. The first few hits of the move are blockable, but the last one bypasses block, so that's also pretty good. The most insane thing about this move though is the cooldown, which is incredibly small, being 30 seconds. This is the shortest ultimate cooldown in the entire game, being half the cooldown of other ultimates. Because of this, there's a very high chance that this could be one of the best ultimates in the game, despite its average damage and combo ending capabilities. Only time can tell, but this is a massive buff to Temari. Now, let's move on to the second, and definitely the most ridiculous Temari buff. The move Throwback, which previously was just a regular move that made you dash back and throw a Temari ball, is now an evasive. This means that you can use it while stunned, and because this move has the ability to combo start, you basically have a combo starting evasive. This definitely gives me flashbacks to the old version of Discharge, which if you weren't there for when that was a thing, was able to true combo start into M1s. The only difference here is that Throwback has a bit of startup, so it's not as overpowered as that mess. However, the issue here is that Throwback never got its cooldown increased when it got turned into an evasive, and this is definitely a major problem that is almost certainly an oversight by IMED. Throwback has a cooldown of 15 seconds, which is less than all evasives in the game. The average cooldown for evasives is 20 seconds, and this is 5 seconds lower than that. So Temari now has a combo starting evasive that has a lower cooldown than any evasive in the entire game. This is definitely the most overpowered move in Rogue Demon, and I'm confident that it's going to be nerfed soon. If you have early access, have fun abusing Temari, but I wouldn't bet on it lasting for long. Now, for the final buff to Temari, all moves have been given a form of aim assist to help Temari users with landing their shots. This aim assist is different from others though, in that you can't charge and hold it like if you were to use something like 6-fold or Unknowing Fire. Instead, it's more like Arrow's aim assist, where the move will aim towards the person your cursor is on. However, the Temari balls will only go in that direction, and will not home in on your target like Arrow Ladder does, meaning that they can still be dodged. Which is a very good thing too, considering that Temari has a guard break projectile. This isn't too significant of a buff, but it's definitely worthy of consideration and will make Temari much easier for newer players to use. Overall, this update made Temari one of the best abilities in the game, which is a massive step up from how it used to be. I do think that Throwback will have its cooldown increased eventually, but right now, it is definitely the strongest evasive in the entirety of Rogue Demon. Temari Combo is also a really solid ultimate, with a very low cooldown in comparison to other abilities. However, we can only wait to see how Temari turns out in the end, and whether or not it'll be meta, or merely just an average zoning ability. With that being said, that's the end of the video. If you enjoyed watching, please like and subscribe, as it helps out my channel a lot. Anyways, I'm Eternally, and I'll see you next time in another video. Bye!